What's written on it?
Yeah, there's some writing on it.
I think.
Yeah, it feels like it's wet, but it's...
Or juice. I don't know. That's why they were here
It's very cute.
I don't need to write it.
Polishing on it. They polish it, I guess.
Yeah, it's probably too little sanding.
The walls of the shower are
We should ask Beau. We should ask
How do they laminate?
It's like your parking lot.
It feels like it's laminated. I'm pretty sure this is a varnish.
Yeah, it would be varnish. I remember that.
When I first met my teacher, he had a stack of doubles and singles stacked right to the ceiling in a 20-foot ceiling big shed, and it was 60 feet long. And he'd said, pull one down and show me what you can do. I've actually kind of lost track. I got asked that the other day. How many canoes do you think you've carved? And it was like, I've actually kind of forgotten. I think the first year that I started my apprenticeship, we did 4, and then the next year we did a tribal journey canoe, 34 foot, and that was a big log. And then I'd say about 4 to 6 a year for the last 7 years. So you kind of start to lose track of how many you've done. I'm incredibly honored and grateful to be on this territory of Canoe and in the school district of 68 to share with you the teachings, the sacred way of life, living with Cedar and being surrounded by all our loved ones and being with you here today. It's a real honor to be here today to carve this canoe with all of you as witnesses. And during that process, each one of you will be a part. So we want to start off this ceremony in a good way, and for all of our energy as a collective to go into the cedar log, to give me spiritual strength, to lift me up and give me courage.
For allowing us to live, laugh, and learn on their territory. My traditional name is Hualapazit. I come from Stamanis First Nation and Penalakit Island. And I want to thank Beau Wagner for bringing our relative here today. And I want you to have Squallowing come in a good way, with a good mind, heart, and spirit. Really want you to have good feelings. Because that energy that you're going to put in the canoe, our relative, you're going to bring this, you're going to see this, our relative here come to life.
That ring there represents winter. The gap in between is summer. And there's almost no difference when you come up to, say, here. The summer gaps are almost the whole width of my finger, where it received lots of sun and water and grew quite well. Yeah, my teacher just told me, it was just like, if you want to do this, you have to do it every day. It's like, if you don't, then you'll become weak and fat and soft. You'll never be able to do it again. As years go by, you really start to miss those moments, all that laughter that we shared. And I was his live-in apprentice for 5 years, and for 2 years after that, I worked with his brother. That's part of the Cedar log, is always gifting back, creating habitat. It feels good that we're all together and one. And those connections, even with our bug relatives, it sustained them. And so the Cedar log shares that life force. And so it's a real honor that it's going to continue to live, and their energy is in the canoe.
Oh, you're doing Mr. Bradbrook's class, right? You guys are doing stuff together.
Yeah.
So it's going to be this classroom right here.
I'd just like to welcome Beau Wagner.
Hi. Yeah, so I'll be sharing some of those teachings with you today. And part of my journey and apprenticeship was learning to work with cedar, and why we work with cedar and how we're connected to it. We believe that red cedar is very absorbent. It absorbs every spoken word. And so while we're working with cedar, we have a lot of respect. It's absorbing all of those good feelings that we feel, and the joy, the laughter. So I encourage you to feel it, to feel that love and that joy, and have it go right into your work. And when we use clappers, when we're clapping along in a ceremony, like later this year when the canoe is being launched, I'll have all of you use your clappers that you've made today in this class. All those good feelings that we talked about that go into them, when we use the clappers, it clears the air of anything bad. It puts those good feelings out in air, and you can physically hear it. And so that's, when we all clap together in unison, it connects us all. Awesome. And we try not to step over the canoe. So the cedar tree is a member of the family. It's believed that it comes from the earth and the magic of the stars. It's a being, it's a grandfather, it's a grandmother, it's all these, it's an elder. And so you always show your highest respect. We always treat the cedar log as if it's a loved one. It's sharing its life with us. And so we never climb on it or jump on it or swear. We never speak harsh words about somebody or gossip around the canoe. Because cedar is very absorbent. In our culture, when someone passes, we do not speak his name for 4 years or until his memorial. And the reason why that is because he's in the spirit world. And we're very cautious that while he's transitioning over to the spirit world, that we don't call him back here, and then he'll be trapped in our world. He didn't just teach me carving. He taught me how to be a man, how to take care of my family, how to... he taught me how to live. And I came to him an ignorant boy, and I learned so much. I've had many mentors in my life who've shared a little bit, and no one has taken the time like he has, where he trained me every day. So over the course of 5 years, we carved every day, but we also ate together every day. He showed me a sense of belonging that I had never felt before.
I put some over here, and some over there, and then now I'm just...
Morning. Good morning.
Love that.
Do Do you remember Beau? Can you say hi, Beau?
I'm continuing to carve and bring this cedar tree to life. Every word that we speak goes into the grain. And so we want to share our love and our joy, our laughter with it. I'm going to teach you guys songs, and then when we sing to the canoe, it goes right into it. I guess I could start off with a story, hey? And help teach the young children, and always ask his older people, his relatives, how can I help you? Berries and different things from the land, right from a child. As a youth, you continue to make medicines. The wood can be carved into bentwood boxes to steam food, or carved in canoes. Cedar is always looking out for you, because it was a man once who always took care of his people. A being. And so we're sharing energy with the cedar.
Can we taste it?
You can, absolutely.
Do you want to taste it? I kind of want to taste it.
It is time for us to go for recess.
Can I bring this? Oh, yeah.
Oh, you can keep your piece of seed. It's time for recess. You can go for recess.
Do you see all the grain? Do you know what each grain means? The summertime, the wintertime. You see how there's different colors?
Yeah.
There's dark and then light.
Yeah, because
So
it's a
this-
pattern of the wood, because cedars have patterns inside.
They do.
Do you know we're animals and animals live in trees?
I do know that.
This is a tree.
It's a relative.
It's a relative tree. It's the tree just cutted into shape. And how did you exactly cut it in? Was just a shave it, carve it with just an axe? I know that the First Nations used to make hats out of this, out of cedar. Do you know something?
What?
Bark is nature.
It is.
It's a live animal, just not moving. It's alive still, but only if you cut it. It's alive in your hearts. The sap is its protection, and sap is its blood. And as the sap comes out, it's helping the animals to come to the trees of nature. And it's talking right now.
Isn't it? It's absorbed all your words. My father's name is Rick Warbrick. I don't know the origins of where my grandmother came from, but my father was born and raised in Agassiz on the Stolo Reserve. And so I identify as Coast Salish. My grandmother is Mary Ballou, and she's orphaned and put into the residential school systems at the age of 3 or 4. My grandmother barely survived residential schools, the system. The abuses she faced were horrific. My mother's name is Tracy Wagner. Corinne Simmons is my grandmother, maternal grandmother. Her mother was Veda Self, and she was Norwegian and English. And my grandfather's name, maternal grandfather, is Nelson Simmons, and his mother is First Nations from Ojibwe, from a little village called Jellicoe. When I see the children laughing and enjoying and feeling those good feelings, it's not just healing them, it's healing me. And it really feels the Hokamino word is Aichkwalawin, which is good feelings in the heart and in the body and in the soul. And it's so to have the children feel belonging. I say it every day in my prayer about belonging. Even in my own family, I didn't feel that belonging. My teacher took me in under his wing and showed me kindness and joy, belonging, and strength from another time and place. And he really saved my life. And so that's part of trying to share that with the kids. Aichka! Awesome. And so we started out with Ait Squale. Osiam. I am loved. I am kind. I know joy. I know belonging. If we notice those feelings of love and joy and kindness when someone's laughing, and we feel that infectiousness to laugh, the plants and the trees, the canoe is absorbing all those good feelings. And so when we look at the canoe and we can see all the grains, that's a whole year of love and laughter and playing, and joy, kindness, belonging, kindness, all those layers of love and joy. And I wanted to show you all the tools that we use. This is a straight adze. So you can see the blade is straight. And this adze is very old. It was my papa's. And this is called a D-adze. And so it's really important that we always are grateful to carve with the cedar because it gave up its life so that we can carve it. And so when we see all these sawdusts on the ground, if we put it back into the forest, it'll be food for the bugs, and they'll create food for the plants, and then the plants will be feeding the trees. If we were to gift back to the land, like putting these sawdust along the trails, it would actually protect the roots.
We're all connected, right?
We are.
We use trees, and so, but do trees like use us in any way?
Can you see all the grain? Every single year that passes grates another grain. As we share our kindness and share our joy, share our love, it makes up another layer of kindness, another layer of love, joy, songs, friendship, all these things.
It's like a circle.
It is, it's a circle. The kids wrote me letters. And so when they came out today, they gave me this stack of thank you cards that was written by the children. Dear Beau, I noticed you want us to know how important Mother Nature and her creatures are. I will not climb on your cedar log. I will respect it. I wonder how to say pizza in Halkaminum. My wish for you is to live a happy life with lots of pizza eating involved. These are gold. I appreciate that you are going to teach us to carve next week. I am ready to learn. Oh. It's not an algorithm that I've punched into a computer. It's because every canoe has its own spirit, its own energy. Like all these knots, for example. If this had no knots in it, I'd be going in one direction the whole way. But as I hit a knot, the grain goes this way, back. And so I'm, like I was saying, I'm like, come at it like here, come at it here. And all while I'm still trying to make that one shape. I was told by my teacher that the sacred world is all around us. We're surrounded by energy. We're surrounded by an aura. And when we put out good energy, it changes our aura, and it's infectious. When you walk through the woods, you can feel that kindness, that love, and that protection. When I look through the chips, it reminds me of all those feelings. And my papa would say, when you find a natural hole in wood or in stone, or it's naturally formed, it's a window into the spirit world. And when you look through it, you'll be able to see the sacred ones, the ones that were here before us. hit this one more time. Hello. How are you? You come check it out? Yeah, don't be shy.
Whoa. Did you get a haircut?
I did. My hair was getting like
I
wild.
knew something. Cool.
Yeah.
How much people could fit on this canoe?
It will be like a 2-man or a 3-person, or we can put a bunch of kids in it.
We gotta get back to class.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be late.
Yeah. It's a big part of mental health being on a little island, having that community feeling. So the more and more that they connect like that, it's such a beautiful place here. Like the very first time I stepped off that ferry, I knew that I was home. It was an odd feeling somewhere where you've never been before, but there's an energy that's here that's it's very powerful. My teacher, he was the head strokesman. He really was like he was a #1 canoe puller. There was very few people that could beat him. Didn't matter what canoe he was in. And everyone has their own different techniques in paddling. But his were short and fast. So when you're paddling, he would never bring the paddle in line with him. It was always ahead of him. So it was just like pull there, pull, 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 and fast. Like it was just like doof, 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 doof. And it was just, I never got to see it because I met him in his 80s. But just to hear him talk about it and how fast he was and how light the paddles he made were, because he didn't make them, they didn't need to be thick and bulky because he wasn't digging, he was just, and when he would carve the canoe, he acted in the same way. He was always dancing while he carved the canoe. It was always very easy, like flowing movements, not abrupt and hard. I remember all the days before that and walking the beach with him and how excited we'd be when a canoe transformed and became a being, a member of the family, and watching it transform when it steamed open. The joy was just like overwhelming. It's so close.
Wait, somebody. I wonder how many stories this tree has.
Yeah.
Probably heard millions.
So many, hey? And how about the deer that had to come there to rest underneath it from protection?
The birds that made their nests up in the branches.
And right down to the insects. How many mason bees and
The owls that rest in the branches.
the owls, that's right.
The bats.
Yeah. All
Even the turkeys.
yeah.
The
There's-
turkeys probably pecked at the pine cones.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, it's incredible that we get to learn all this stuff.
Do you like it?
Yeah. This is my favorite part of the school. Like just coming here, seeing and learning all of this incredible stuff. You know, I really wish that all of Canada and all the kids got to learn this. It's the most incredible thing.
While I was with him in the early days or in the early months, and we'd walk out into the land, and he would say, "What do you see?" And I'd start naming off. I knew all the names of the plants and the trees, and he'd let me go on and on and on. And he goes, "Awa," after all that, after 5 minutes of me describing everything that I saw around me, he said, "No, awa." And I said, "What?" And he said, "Everything you see here is a relative, a grandmother, a grandfather, an aunt and an uncle, a brother and sister that have passed away, and they've come back to share their love, their songs, their prayers with you. They're not an object. It's not something you can come and take as you please. Be respectful. Share their life force. We need to change what we're doing. We need to understand that we are part of this land. We are nature. And the more we separate ourselves, we allow ourselves to destroy everything around us and not realizing that we're destroying part of ourselves." Technically, I could fire up this chainsaw and be done with it today. But I'm having a lot of fun with watching the kids try. And so I'm going to stretch it out probably for a few more days. But I'll take to today and tomorrow just to allow the kids to watch it slowly transform. A lot of people are scared of the digging part. They're like, oh, I wouldn't carve a canoe, it's too much work because of the digging. And so I really want to, this is like the community part. You can have
I'll do it.
everyone working, digging the canoe out. Yeah, so almost like a drum. And the thinner the canoe gets, the more louder and louder that will become. You're doing good work. That's what the Cedar wants, you know, it wants everyone to be together. It's bringing the whole school together.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit hard.
Yeah.
How are you doing? That way, that way.
You'll be next. Yeah, it's a little heavier.
I still have a straw. Go.
Would everybody like to go choose themselves some wood?
My knee's shiny.
I'm curious to know.
This is a big one.
Those are great. I'll like feel it in my heart. It's just like there's something so therapeutic about this process. I had a lot of trauma growing up, and my mother was a single parent and had to work 2 jobs, and I spent a lot of time my childhood alone. My father, when I was 13, I got a phone call saying that he had passed away, and the year before, so I didn't find out till a year after. And when I went to Shell Beach for the first time and witnessed my teacher carving, I started carving with him, and so we did a single and a couple doubles. I I got up one morning because I lived with him, and there was a log, that same chainsaw that's over there, and some hand tools, and he said, pick up these tools and start your very first canoe. You've witnessed me carve enough, now it's your turn, and you're not going to get any help. And so I was like gulp, and so I but working on these canoes and the daily prayers and the way we lived off the land and the way he showed me that I belonged and I was part of the family, it completely altered and changed my life path.
First of all, I'd like to thank everybody that was invited here to witness this very important work of my brother. There's a lot of spiritual work that happens here, a lot of transformation. Kate Russell, you've been called to witness. Kate Reynolds, Bella, Mark Fetz, Phillip Storm, you've been called to witness here. We're going to steam the canoe. It's still in transformation from being a tree to a log to a canoe. So that's the transformation that it has for today, and this is the final stage of the transformation. We always believe as Aboriginal First Nation people, it comes to life, it has a different life after today.
It was such an honor to be able to carve on this canoe in front of the whole community, in front of the children. They all had their turn at working on this cedar canoe. And they watched it transform from a log to what it is today. All the teachings I told them were the same teachings that I received. You are loved.
I am loved.
You know joy.
I know joy.
You know kindness.
I know kindness.
And you know belonging.
I know belonging.
wanted to talk a little bit about the origins of the Healing Canoe program and how it came to life. My teacher, he said, wouldn't it be neat if the Juanitan people, the colonizers, if they paid for a canoe to get carved, but they paid for the ceremony, they paid for the teachings, they paid for the songs, they paid for the rituals, and at the end have that canoe gifted back to our community, our people, for our young people to witness and see, for our young people to use and learn the ways of the old, to share that teachings with the next generation. And so when he passed away, I sat down and I remembered those words that he spoke. It was a real honor to spend so much time with each and every single one of you. There was days when it was pouring rain and dark down in that forest, and there was snow and ice, and you came out and you shared your joy with me. You were very kind. You shared the stories. I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you, for being so kind with me. This log came from this land. The name of the canoe is named after the village that was on this land. It's real honor to bring this being back to life on this land, to carve it by hand in the forest, and to have all the children of the community be a part of that. Each one of you had a chance to help dig out the canoe, to really put your energy right into it. Yes,
Are we
Bella.
gonna get to paddle around?
We're gonna take turns. We're gonna be very kind.
Very joyful.
We are loved.
We are loved.
We know joy.
We know joy.
We know kindness.
We know kindness.
We know belonging.
We know belonging.